Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Jai and Jerry po. Kamusta ang lahat? Kamusta ang tanan? Hello everybody. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening po. Anumang oras ninyo mapanood ang video na ito. Kumusta? How are you all? I hope everyone is doing fine and well today. So anyways, for this video, mag-a-answer lang po ako ng mga questions, ng mga comments na hindi ko pa nasagot. Yung iba nasagot ko na, but then I'm just going to answer dito while we are doing a video. Kasi para at least yung iba na same questions, maririnig na rin po nila. So sasagot po ako ng mga comments, mga tanong sa comment sections about the visa. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Please click the bell button po para ma-notify kayo on my next upload. Especially if you're a K1 fiancé visa filer like me or adjusting your status dito po sa US. And paki-like and paki-share na rin po ng ating videos para marami pa po tayong matulungan ng mga visa filers po na kagaya natin. Kung meron po kayong mga questions na kailangang sagutin agad, you can use dito po yung may 3 dots dyan. I-click nyo po yan, may thanks button dyan. You can highlight para po ma-highlight ang inyong mga questions. Masagot ko po siya agad. Ma-notify ako, masagot ko po kayo agad. You can use that one para po kung gusto yung masagot agad-agad yung mga questions po ninyo. Anyways, yes. So, disclaimer lang po tayo, I am not affiliated with any government agency nor working as an immigration attorney. I am not a professional or illegal expert. I'm only sharing these from my own experience lang po. I'm only sharing this from my own personal experience and my own research, especially as a DIY filer po or do-it-yourself. Ako lang po lahat nag-process ng documents namin from K1 visa hanggang dito po sa US, nag-adjustment of status ako. And right now, I am a green card holder under 2 years conditional. So these are based from my personal experience lang po. Kung ano lang din po yung nalalaman ko, yun lang din po yung isasagot ko po sa inyo, isi-share ko po sa inyo. So yes, here I've been getting a lot of messages lately. Medyo na busy lang talaga yung buhay-buhay dito. So hindi ko po kayo na-replyan agad. Yung iba na-replyan ko, yung iba hindi pa po. Ang dami ko pang hindi na-replyan. So if you also have a question that I have not mentioned and not answered, you can leave a comment on this specific video and I'm going to do another question and answer po on my next video or in my next video. So please, if you have other questions, you can comment down below and then I'll try my best to respond to you or to make another video like this po para marinig din po ng iba. So let's start with the very first question here. Ito, from Jobs Vlog. Hello po, nakita ko po kasi sa TikTok mo na nagpaayos ka din gender. Napansin po ba ng consul yun during your interview kaya na-221G po kayo? Sa akin kasi wala po gender kaya nagwo-worry ako. Salamat po sa sagot and God bless. So, during my application sa K1 po, na-refuse 221G ako on the day of my interview kasi wala akong NBI clearance that time. Hindi ako nag-provide or wala akong mai-provide. It's just that nagpaayos ako ng gender and nagpaayos ako ng middle name ko sa birth certificate ko. So right now, my birth certificate, meron siyang annotation or remark sa gilid and sa baba. Yung sa gilid, if I remember correctly, that is for my middle name. Yung sa baba naman is for my gender. Nung kumuha ako ng NBI clearance, na-hit yung AKA name ko po, yung maling name. Yun po ang nag-hit. Kaya natagalan po yung pag-release ng aking NBI clearance. Nag-interview ako March 2 and then hindi nila ma-release yung NBI clearance ko until March 14. Kaya naghintay ako. So nagpunta na lang ako sa do pinuntahan ko siya actually sa main office sa Manila, but then hindi talaga nila ma-release. Hindi talaga nila ma-release yung NBI clearance ko kasi sundin ko daw yung date kung kailan ko pwede ma-release. Pero sabi nila kung may kakilala daw sana ako sa loob, marirelease daw agad-agad yun. Iusap pa ko sa kanila, baka pwedeng mapa-expedite, magbayad ako for expedite, ganyan, kasi need ko na siya for my interview. Pero yun nga, hindi talaga nila ni-release kasi wala daw, hindi talaga sundin na lang daw yung date. So wala akong magawa. I went to my interview day, and hinanapan ako ni Consul. Sa final interview, hinanapan talaga ako. He was asking for the blue paper, which is the NBI clearance. And I told him that I don't have my NBI clearance because my AKA name got hit. And then yun nga, sabi niya, is this, hinarap niya yung birth certificate ko, hinarap niya, and then tinuro niya, is this the AKA name that you put in your NBI clearance or the blue paper? Sabi ko, yes sir, and that's unfortunately the name that got hit. And it's like, okay, no worries, blah blah blah, ganyan. You just have to, once you submit it, I will just have to put you on refuse 221G right now because I really need the blue paper with me, and then once I receive the document, I will approve you right away. So yun yung sabi niya sa akin. I'm getting messages as well if I uploaded my document sa SEAC before I sent it sa LBC. Hindi po ako nag-upload. Ang instruction sa akin no Consul was to just submit the document through LBC drop-off, and then ayun na, yun lang po, hindi ako nag-upload sa SEAC ng aking document na hinihingi ni Consul. I'm not sure if that's the new policy, if you have to upload first before you submit it. So I'm not really sure. So please visit SEAC.com for that one. Check FAQ or frequently asked questions. Baka nandun po yung how to upload your document, or I think you can Google how to upload document to SEAC. Ganyan. So next question is from Ami Wabe. Hello madam, very informative po ang video nyo. Ask ko po, ano ba ang gagawin ng jowa ko sa US before ako mag-file po? And kaka-US citizen niya lang, mag-matter ba yan? Thank you. So as long as US citizen po siya, wala pong problema yan. Ang gagawin niya lang po is to fill out the form I-129F. Petition for alien fiancé, magfi-fill out lang po siya ng form. Meron din pong question dyan para sa inyo, the fiancé. And then, isubmit niya lang po yung form. Yun lang po yung gagawin niya. And then, hintayin nyo lang na ma-approve kayo. Hi ma'am. Ask ko lang po, after ko po mag-sign up sa new portal at makuha yung reference number para makabayad ng visa fee sa RCBC, makakapag-schedule na po ba ako for biometrics sa VAC and interview sa USEM? Also, sa medical appointment, need ba na gagawa ng ibang account? So, regarding this question po, para sa akin yung advice ko, kasi may kakilala ako na naghintay siya ng at least 24 hours talaga para mag-reflect po siya doon sa portal. So I've already made a video about how to book for your appointment and biometrics. Maghintay lang po kayo at least 6 to 24 hours para po mag-reflect yung binayaran po ninyo, and then makapag-proceed na po kayo. You can just, pag mag-login kayo, it will automatically show yung binayaran ninyo. All you have to do is confirm it and then proceed with the booking po. Ganun lang po yung gagawin ninyo. And regarding naman sa medical, ibang portal po, sa St. Luke's po kayo mismo, sa official website po ng St. Luke's kayo mismo ki-create po ng account and magbubook. Kung pwede po yung active email, as long as active email address po yung gagamitin ninyo. Next question, Colleen Granel. Same account po ba, VAC appointment and embassy interview appointment? Ang hirap po kasi maka-login, always invalid credential. Please help. Yes po, kung magbubook po kayo ng appointment for your interview and biometrics, sa iisang portal lang po kayo magbook, and same, nandyan na po siya. I've already made a video about this, how to book. Nandun na po yung step-by-step process na gagawin ninyo. Fill out, mag-sign up lang po kayo, fill out the forms, and then it will lead you to the part, the payment part, and then the booking part as well. So, recheck nyo lang po if you're having trouble with your account. Recheck nyo lang po yung email address, especially with the yung question, security questions po. Next question from Cell Calls. Sis, pwede ko mo ask about appointment sa biometrics? Same ra ba appointment for interview? Ayun po, nasagot ko na. Same question lang sila. So, same lang po yung portal. Iisang portal lang po siya. Nandyan na po ang unang calendar, if I remember correctly. Again, I've already made a video. Please check my video. Ang unang calendar po na lalabas is for your biometrics, and then ang sunod po is for your interview appointment. So, next question po is from Tess Ortega. Miss Jade, pagkatapos bang gawin ang photo at fingerprints, ay may ibibigay bang papers or copy ng ginawa nila? Thank you. So, regarding this one, hindi ako 100% sure kung ano po yung ibibigay or may ibibigay ba po sa inyo. But please follow the instructions na lang po sa loob. Ang alam ko talaga is biometrics, fingerprint scanning, and then they will ask a few questions to you. Anyone in here watching this video and you're already done sa biometrics, please comment below. May ibibigay ba si VAC sa inyo, confirmation na tapos na kayo, or they will just verbally tell you that you're good to go, you just go to your interview day po. Meron din isang question dito from 5314 Memo. Do they have a locker to store your cell phone? Yan din po ang hindi ako sure. Hindi ako sure niyan. I'm not sure. Baka ipa-turn off lang yung phones sa inyo. Hindi ako sure kung may locker ba siya. Next question is from Faith Buddies. Hello po again, Ate Jai. Approve na po kami for interview. Ano po pwede unahin? Medical po ba? Thank you. Approve na sa petition, not for interview. Kasi ano po unahin? Medical po ba? Pag na-approve na po kayo on your petition, maghihintay kayo ng 4 to 8 weeks para ma-process po, ma-submit sa NVC ang inyong documents, and then para magawan po kayo ng Manila case number. So pag na-receive nyo na yung Manila case number ninyo, all you have to do is log in to sayac.com and then check if it's case ready. Pag case ready na po kayo, you can go ahead and fill out DS-160. I have a video already about how to fill out DS-160, and once you have your confirmation page, you can then go ahead, book for your interview and your biometrics, and then book for your medical. So yun po. Next one, Rina Zamora. Bakit po kaya laging walang available na appointment? Baka punuan po. Punuan po right now. Ang alam ko wala pang available talaga. Baka punuan po. Anyways, mag-wait lang po kayo. Hintayin nyo lang po. Just keep checking. And then, or you can call USEM for that one po. Ano talaga, ang dami ngayong naghihintay ng interview slot. Right now, ang daming naghihintay ng interview slot. Next question, Gemma Hoy. Ma'am, include na po ba yung biometrics sa visa fee? Biometrics for K1? Yes po, included na po. Wala na po kayong babayaran. All you have to do is go to your appointment day sa VAC, do your biometrics, fingerprint scanning, and then sign. And that's it. Wala po kayong babayaran. Even dito sa sa adjustment of status, included na po yung bayad sa pag-apply po ninyo ng adjustment of status. Ayun po. From Miss Grace, hello Ma'am Jai, ask ko lang, if gaano katotoo na wala ng interview sa K1 visa? 2 days ago, balita from this one. So, I don't think na wala pong interview sa K1 visa. May interview po talaga sa K1 visa. Baka ibang bansa or something. Ang alam ko po, you have to undergo interview for your visa, especially dito sa US. Kasi stricto po si US. So, ayan. May hindi pa ba ako nasagot? Eto, from Maricel Tamayo. October 28, nakuha ko po yung sputum result. Negative naman. Bakit hanggang ngayon no available slot pa rin po sa biometrics? Punuan po siguro. Ang dami po sigurong nagbubook ng biometrics right now. Just keep checking lang po, or you can call USEM for that one pa ba? Did I miss something? Again po, if you have any questions, you can comment on the specific video, and then sasagutin ko po kayo. Eto, meron pala itong isang question dito. Ma'am, naabay lain nga paagi to make an appointment para sa visa interview. Akong brother F1 iyang visa class. Niya, ma-expire na iyang medical January next year na. Sige mi og check sa availability and mugawas permi unable to load appointment. Stress na kaayo akong brother ug iyang anak kay niundang og trabaho akong brother niya iyang anak wala na pud nag-eskwela. Nasangit man gud akong brother sa medical kay nasputum test siya. Ma'am, as far as I know, ito lang po talaga yung new portal is the only way to book your appointment for interview sa USEM. You can call USEM for that one. If you have any questions, mga ganyan, you can call USEM po, USEM directly. Marilyn Pancho, thank you sa information, CC. Nagsige pa mihuwat sa akong case number sa NVC. Wala pa mo abot 2 months na. So regarding that one po, since 2 months na kayo naghihintay for your NVC Manila case number, sa NOAA 2 po ninyo, meron dyang email address kung saan nyo po isasubmit yung public inquiry ninyo for your NVC. You can use that one. You can send email sa NVC kung nasaan na yung Manila case number ninyo since 2 months na kayong naghihintay. So you can ask or you can do public inquiry at least 4 weeks. Pag na-approve, once na-approve na po kayo sa inyong petition and wala pa yung NVC letter ninyo. I have another question from Laylad. Ma'am, sa pag-fill out ko po, nasa NVC case number na ako, pero di ko po masubmit kasi NVC KCC number hinahanap, pero pag ilagay ko NVC case, mali po. Thanks po. Regarding this one, I'm not sure kung bakit. Please recheck niyo po, recheck everything, and then pag wala po talaga, call USEM. Please call USEM po for this one para masagot po kayo, ma-advisean kayo ng tama kung ano yung gagawin nyo, kung saan po yung problema. Here, meron pang isa dito. Nice video, sis. Schedule for biometric na po ako pero wala pa letter from USCIS. Do you have any idea how long it will take for me to wait? Scheduled for biometrics na ako. Ano po yung visa ninyo, Miss Angelica? You know, Miss Angelica, kung anong visa po kayo. Yan. So, eto. Hello po. Paano po kung ang nakuha kong appointment sa VAC is after my interview date? Ano po dapat gawin? I-move ang interview date sa US Embassy? This one po, I would suggest na tumawag kayo sa USEM kung okay lang ba na mag-interview kayo and then after na yung biometrics, since yun po yung nakuha yung schedule o yun po yung available schedule only, or kailangan yung i-move. So please call USEM for this one. So another question here. Hello po, Miss Grace again. Ask lang po ako if saan po i-address yung intent to marry. Thanks po sa pagsagot. If you're going to submit your intent to marry sa USCIS upon filing for your petition to the US, alien fiancé, i-address niyo po siya kay USCIS yung sa Texas, kung saan po kayo magsasubmit ng I-129F. But then, ako kasi, hindi na ako nagdala ng intent to marry sa USEM. But if you want, you can change your address to USEM if magdadala kayo sa USEM. Pero ako, hindi na kasi ako hinanapan that time. Hindi din ako nagdala. Another question from Miss Jolly Maglalang. Sis, di na ma-open account sa VAC kasi mabagal kami nag-fill out. Wala pa appointment pero na-fill out na lahat. You can just log in again using po the same login credentials na ginamit po ninyo sa pag-sign up. I-login nyo lang po yan. And right now, I think wala pa talagang schedule. Marami din nagko-complain na wala pang schedule for interview sa USEM. Kahit nga yung biometrics, marami din nagko-complain ganyan. Eto. For Miss Irene Diham, hi sis, how are you? Sa amin, we got approved sa USCIS last August 28 and today, we got our NVC case number. But wala pa email sa fiancé ko. So, we need to wait sis sa email nila, diba? Before we schedule appointment and medical. Pag meron na po kayong case number from NVC, you can go ahead, especially if you're K1 visa, pag may case number na po kayo sa NVC, you can go ahead and log in sa sayac.com using your Manila case number. Pag check nyo po kung case ready na kayo. Pag case ready na po kayo, you can go ahead and fill out DS-160. And pag may confirmation page na po kayo, you can go ahead and book for your interview and biometrics and your medical. Yes, that's it. Kung meron po kayong question na hindi ko nasagot, please comment down below your question para po masagot ko kayo sa next video natin. And if you need an answer right away, you can use the highlight. Diyan po sa dito, yung may tatlong dot. Click that one and then use the thanks button and then you can highlight. You can post your comment there, change the things into your comment or questions para po ma-highlight and then masagot ko po kayo agad-agad. So that's it. Visit my YouTube channel, Giant Jerry. Go to playlist. Sa playlist po, may video dyan. My album titled K1 Visa and AOS Step-by-Step Guide and Tips. Baka po yung mga tanongin nyo is nasagot ko na po through my videos right here. Tingnan nyo na lang po. Please check my video. And don't forget again to like, to share the video sa mga, especially mga kakilala nyo po na still processing their K1 visa. And please don't forget sa mga hindi pa nakapag-subscribe, please subscribe. Please click the bell button para po ma-notify kayo on my next upload dito po sa YouTube. So thank you everybody sa mga nakapag-subscribe na. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Again, we are 1,000 subscribers. Actually, right now we are 1,200 subscriber na po. Ang bilis. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. And yes, I hope to see you in my next video. Good luck po sa lahat. Good luck po sa mga visa po ninyo. And see you here soon. See you po sa US. Thank you and bye for now.